My name is Pete Peters, and I guess I don't have to tell you how old I am, do I? I've always been interested in history, especially the Oregon Trail, Civil War period, and I've enjoyed hunting relics and meeting people. I was fortunate to be raised close to the Oregon Trail, and we also had Alkali Station, which was just about 2 miles away. So I kind of grew up in the ruts of the Oregon Trail. It still fascinates me that people could accomplish probably one of the greatest migrations in history. It was quite a deal. 350,000 people over the trail in a period of years. Would have been very hard times, but most of us, I think, probably had some relative at one time or another that came over the trail. So I can truthfully say that I have enjoyed every minute of it, and most of all, the people I've met. I remember when I was just very small, they were having probably Thanksgiving or something, and it was a nice day, and I can remember Dad and his dad, and they took me along. I was probably 4 or 5, and went down there because my dad's dad, of course, could remember it almost from the time, you might say, they abandoned it. And anyway, he was showing us around, and I remember picking up an arrowhead, so I was hooked from then on. I did a lot of metal detecting, mostly on the Oregon Trail. We found so much stuff. Some discarded, I'm sure. Some lost personal stuff that they probably carried, and then they might have had to have discarded on account of weight, I suppose. But the trail was literally, I think, littered with it probably at one time, and if we could see under the ground a foot, I'm sure it would still be. And also you find bullets like this that have very prominent teeth marks, and so you've heard of biting the bullet. When they would do, I'm sure, amputations, and I'm sure some of these have been the bullet they bit. This came from Alkali. It's a muzzle loader, of course, but all 6 balls are still in it, so whoever was using it didn't get a chance to use it. These are all, they were put in the 12-pound mountain howitzers, the 4-inch balls. So there's numerous of these, because every time one of these exploded, there were 70 of these. So this is one that must have not exploded. They put about 70 of these inside, and then they drilled a hole down through and screwed the fuse in like that. When they exploded the cannonball, it also lit the fuse, and when it got out so far, it exploded. That happens to be a baby mastodon tooth. Came out of the river. But this is particles of the cannonballs that have blown up. These are paleo points, they call them. They go back to about 12,000 years. And probably the earliest is the Clovis. It has a flute used on bigger animals like the woolly mammoth and giant buffalo, probably.